In other news, Trump is a 74-year-old man in a baby's diaper who won't concede the election and has to be dragged out, kicking and screaming like a child.
All right, so here's the thing. Trump not conceding is damaging the country. It is.
Yes.
For numerous reasons. Number one, he just continues to suck up just our collective well-being, right? I was looking forward to this election being over so I could just move on from constantly being bombarded with news 24/7, the obsession with Trump. And so he's extending how long we would have to suffer under those conditions, number one. Number two, he is he's claiming that there was mass voter election fraud during this election, and that because of that, he won the election easily, and Biden is an illegitimate presidency. Right now, going into this, I've said for weeks, you have both sides saying that you couldn't trust the outcome of the election. People forget Joe Biden was saying the exact same thing.
He was
talking about, that Trump was going to do some crazy things. So Joe Biden was sowing the seeds of mistrust in the election process, as was Donald Trump. Now, Joe Biden won, so people forget that Joe Biden was, telling people that this election will be illegitimate.
Yeah, but I don't think that Joe Biden is contesting a recount or contesting
he won.
I know he won, but I'm just saying, he's not throwing up his fists and arms like, no, I won. Like, don't recount the votes. Like,
because he won though.
Yes.
If he lost, I don't think If he lost, I believe he would explore similar attitudes.
Yeah, but isn't he open? But what I'm saying is, doesn't he have a generally open attitude towards a recount or whatever they need to do because he's confident that they're not going to find anything?
Yes, totally agree.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I believe.
But that's fine. Mm-hmm.
No, it ain't fine because once again, people don't follow these things the way you think they do, Shannon. Meaning, people who are listening to Trump when he said that this election is illegitimate, they hear Trump, right, and he's demanding a recount, and he gets the recount. They're not going to say once the recount is finished, okay, well now we accept the presidency. The mistrust in the system, some of it valid, is already there, Shannon.
So what do you think is going to happen? How do you think that Trump is eventually going to leave office? Do you think that he's going to have to be forcefully removed? Because I would like to see that happen.
No, not going to happen. He's not going to be forcibly removed because he's going to accept the results of the election eventually. Now, he might not acknowledge that he lost. He might say that, that Joe Biden rigged this election, the Democrats rigged this election, and still step down. And so you're not going to have the transfer of peace that you had previously. But he's not going to remain in the office, and then have to be removed by the military kicking and screaming. That's not going to happen.
It would be funny to watch, though. That would be very entertaining. I would like to see that happen.
Maybe, but it wouldn't be entertaining for the country because
I guess. But anyway,
who would the military listen to? Because technically speaking, until Biden is sworn in, Trump is still the president.
You froze again.
Really? I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Okay, I think maybe we're good now. You froze for a second, though.
Oh. I'm just saying, who would the military listen to?
I don't know. It's true. Didn't what's his face in the military say that he's ready to remove Trump?
Who said that, Shannon?
Somebody said that.
Imagining things.
A high-ranking military official. Look it up.
Who? Anonymous?
Huh?
Some anonymous person?
No, not some anonymous person. Let's see. Let me look up the quote and see if anything comes up.
Shannon's looking. She wishes this was true.
No, I read this.
All right, Shannon, go ahead. Let's all hear this fake news. Go ahead. What happened?
I gotta find it. I'll have this information for you next week. It's not fake news. I read it.
That's your nickname.
No, it's not.
Fake news, Shannon.
I swear to God, somebody said that.
Okay, I'm sure they did. A friend of yours, Shannon. Yeah.
No, I read it. I read
Shannon is
it.
now actively,
Listen. I read it. First of all, I worked in news for 5 years. I know a credible news source and a non-credible news source. So I'm not over here reading. I'm not over here reading articles from getthumped.com. I don't know. That's a real website, by the way.
Getthumped.com.
Yeah. It's like a Trump like satire website.
Oh, okay. It's like, okay. It's like The Onion. The Onion? Is that the name of the website? The Onion?
Yeah, The Onion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like The Onion. Yeah, so Trump not conceding is not shocking, but it is damaging the country. And I was explaining to Shannon before we started recording that I don't think people on the left realize what's going on social media, right? Which is, I follow everybody. I follow liberals, I follow conservatives, I follow everyone because I want to know what everyone is thinking and talking about. And I don't think people on the left on social media realize that people on the right side of social media are getting different information that makes the likelihood of a Trump, I don't know, pulling a rabbit out the hat win seem like a plausible conclusion. And so they're getting, just to fill you guys in, what they're getting articles that are stating that multiple people are coming forward, signing affidavits saying that there was election fraud. Project Veritas has an interview with the guy who claims that he was working counting ballots for the and that there was some, I don't know, some less than honorable things taking place there. And so you have these parallel narratives. On the left, this election was fair and free. On the right, there was some shenanigans that took place. And the right is getting that side of the argument. And so from the left perspective, it looks like the right are just some sore losers who just refuse to accept the process. But that's not the case. They're getting separate information.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not speaking on how credible it is. I'm just letting you know that this thing is real. This information is real, and that's the lens that they're viewing this thing through. So that's what I wanted to make sure that I spoke about today.
You know what? It's fine. The right can think whatever they want. They can produce whatever evidence they have, but whatever. But if the court dismisses the case, then we're all cool, which they have dismissed a couple. They dismissed lawsuits in Georgia and in Michigan so far. So